CHRIS HERIA is one of the most popular fitness YouTubers on social media. He is best known for his calisthenics video and his extremely aesthetic body. And as with a lot of fitness influencers, many of you want to know something about CHRIS HERIA. Has he achieved his remarkable physique 100% naturally? Or does he perhaps use some performance-enhancing substances after all? That's exactly what we're going to tell you in this video. So watch it until the end and find out everything about whether CHRIS HERIA is actually natural or maybe he does take steroids. First of all, CHRIS HERIA certainly doesn't have the body of a typical juicer. Why is that? Quite simply, he's extremely well trained, but does have an enormous muscle mass. At first glance, he has a body that is achievable by lots of athletes with many years of training, impeccable nutrition, and slightly above average genetics. So CHRIS HERIA is not someone you look at and immediately think, this guy is 100% on gear. But that doesn't mean he isn't. After all, not all steroid users take tons of testosterone, trenbolone, and growth hormones and look like the next Mr. Olympia. Some also just use small amounts of testosterone, maybe some Anavar and SARMs, as well as other substances to achieve the popular fake natty physique. But is that the case with CHRIS HERIA? Clear signs of steroid use are, for example, overly pronounced shoulders and trapeze muscles, acne, a well-toned muscular body with a low body fat percentage throughout the year, extreme vascularity, and in some athletes, hair loss, as well as gynecomastia and flushed skin. In CHRIS HERIA's case, only the well-toned muscular body with low body fat percentage is accurate, which he has permanently. Apart from that, he shows no clear signs of long-term steroid use. His body is very aesthetic, but all muscle groups are proportional and therefore look completely natural. It is worth mentioning here that CHRIS HERIA is not a bodybuilder either. Instead, he does calisthenics and has a similar physique to, for example, many Olympic athletes in various disciplines, who, by the way, all have to do strict drug tests several times a year and especially before competitions. However, his sustained body fat percentage of only 6%, combined with his above-average muscle mass, are enough for many critics to accuse him of taking performance-enhancing substances. CHRIS HERIA, by the way, vehemently denies this. He already emphasized several times that he has never taken steroids and is not currently taking any. And if you look at his physique objectively, then this is also quite credible, because at a height of 5'9", he weighs about 175 pounds with a body fat percentage of 6%. These are not measurements that suggest he is taking steroids or other performance-enhancing substances. Sure, he is a fitness influencer and earns a lot of money with his body, so he might be taking testo, Anavar, and growth hormones, as well as SARMs and peptides in small amounts to look even better. However, we are of the opinion that this is not the case based on the evidence. Therefore, our verdict is, CHRIS HERIA does not take any performance-enhancing drugs and is therefore 100% natty. That's it again for today. If you liked the video, share it with your friends.